Hello, this is Barney with Russell Real Estate, and today I wanted to go over just this infographic from Fifth Third Bank, and it's a guide for first-time home buyers, but really it's a guide for anybody looking to buy a home. And essentially, they broke it down into 9 steps here for us. So for step one, it's identifying your budget. A lot of people, they don't know how much home they can afford as far as the price point, but what they can figure out is how much do they feel comfortable paying for a monthly mortgage payment, because there are a lot of things that you may already be paying for. If you're renting, for example, you're already paying your rent payment, and you're probably already paying your utilities, your grocery bill, your car insurance, all of that kind of stuff. So what you need to figure out is, okay, what do I feel comfortable paying right now? If you're paying $1,000 a month for your rent payment, do you feel comfortable paying $1,000 a month for your mortgage payment? All things being equal, I would say most people would be more than happy to swap out an even rent payment for a mortgage payment. Yes, you do have more responsibility being the homeowner, but you also get to benefit from the wealth building effect that being a homeowner has. So that's the first thing, is identifying what you feel comfortable with. After you've done that, you need to talk, if you're just buying by yourself, obviously you can make this decision on your own. If you're buying with a significant other, you need to talk with them about what kind of house fits your needs. Um, I I know a lot of people do believe in a forever home. I'm not necessarily against that idea. Like my mom has had her house for over 30 years. My in-laws have had their house for almost 30 years as well. So I'm definitely not against that idea. But what I also want you to keep in mind when you're looking to buy, especially your first home, is what makes sense for you financially, and what does that look like in today's world? Not only that, what are your immediate needs? Not necessarily something that you're going to need 5 years down the road or anything like that, but hey, what do you absolutely need right now? And figure that out. Yes, everybody would rather have two full bathrooms as opposed to one and a half bathrooms. But can you get by with a 3 bedroom, one bath, or even a 3 bedroom, one and a half, as opposed to a 3 bedroom and two full bath, or three, two and a half, whatever the case may be. So that's what you need to kind of figure out. What are your must haves and what are your nice to haves? After that, you need to work on your finances. I actually, again, I think that three and four can kind of be swapped, but work on your finances as far as understand you need to save up money for your down payment and closing costs. Even if you are going with a low down payment, like a 3.5% FHA loan, there are some first time homebuyer programs for conventional loans as low as 3%. You could have a 0% down for a VA. So like there's definitely some low down payment options, but make sure that you're saving up enough money where you can figure, okay, if it's a $200,000 house and I'm putting down 3.5%, that's $7,000 just for the down payment. You're going to have to pay for your home inspection costs and appraisal costs. You're going to have to pay PMI. You're going to have to pay different things, and that's something that your lender can actually talk with you about a little more. The other thing is just making sure that your credit score is as good as possible when you're trying to look for a mortgage and buy a home, because the lower your credit score, the more risky the bank or lender views you, and they're going to charge a higher interest rate as a result. So try to work on your finances and be as strong of a buyer as possible. After that, they say get pre-qualified for a mortgage. I believe that Fifth Third only gives pre-qualification letters, even if they do basically collect all of the information that would normally be required for what a lot of other lenders call a pre-approval letter. Um, So a pre-approval letter in general is going to be considered stronger, but again, it just depends on the terminology of the lender that you're working with. Some of them only offer pre-qualifications, even though they're researching and making sure that you are actually a qualified buyer. Others do offer only pre-approval letters, but that's only it's basically a name only, and they basically just take your stated income or your uh, you know, basically they don't actually ask for your docs until it becomes time to go under contract. So that's other things that you want to take into consideration. Step 5, start your search. Reach out to a real estate agent, such as myself. I work in the Northeast Ohio region, so all of Cuyahoga County, all of Medina County, Summit County, and Lorain counties as well. I do reach into Wayne County and some of the surrounding areas too, but the 4 main counties that I serve are going to be Cuyahoga, Medina, Lorain, and Summit. So if you're interested in looking in those areas, feel free to reach out to me. And when you do find a home, be prepared to move quickly. So gone are the days where you had basically, you know, hours to make a decision on the largest financial purchase of your life in 2020 and 2021. It was a crazy hot seller's market. That market has cooled pretty considerably, and you actually have time to think about your offer right now, which is awesome for especially first time home buyers. But that being said, you still don't want to lollygag and miss out on your potential, you know, uh, first home just because you were thinking too much. So if it meets your criteria as far as your needs, your must haves, and even your nice to haves, and if it's within your pre approval or pre qualified range, feel free to actually, hey, put that offer in and expect to negotiate is number 7. So whether we're negotiating on the front end, so when we put in an offer initially, maybe the seller is going to counter offer, or maybe we get our offer accepted, we have our home inspection, and we have to negotiate after the home inspection because inspectors, that's their job. They're going to find every little thing, or almost every little thing, that is no longer correct with that house. So definitely expect negotiations. Step 8 is apply for your mortgage. So once we know we're moving forward with the deal, the seller has accepted it, we need to apply for your mortgage and actually get going. This is kind of an annoying step for a lot of people because your loan officer, they collect the basic information from you up front, send it off to the underwriters, and the underwriters will likely require more information from you. And then not only that, they want to verify by the time we get to the closing period, which oftentimes is between 30 and 45 days, at the end of the the transaction, basically, they want to make sure that you're still employed and that you still have a job so you could still make the payments here. So don't be surprised if they ask for pay stubs from you, even the week leading up to closing. And lastly, preparing for closing, we'll do a final walkthrough, making sure that the property is in the same or similar condition as it was when we went under contract and had that inspection. You'll need to make sure that utilities are transferred into your name, and then you'll have to make sure that you have all of the documentation required when or to purchase a house. So a lot of times it's going to be driver's license, different things like that. You sign, get the keys, and then congratulations, you just bought your first house. That is a guide to buying your first home in a nutshell. If you have any questions, or if you're looking to buy, sell, or invest in real estate in the Northeast Ohio market, feel free to reach out to me. Again, this is Caleb Barney with Russell Real Estate, and have a great day.